Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Courtney.
I'm Nate.
And oh, that's Tompkins back there. That's our son. Today we're coming to you live from our new home and we're gonna give you guys a tour.
Woohoo! Yeah, pretty excited.
So for the past 8 months we have been building this camper van. This is our second van. We were living in our previous van full-time for the past like 3.5 years, and we decided that it was time for a little upgrade. Rent and housing prices aren't getting any cheaper, so we figured we're probably going to be in this for a little while longer. We might as well make something even more comfortable for ourselves.
Yeah, we got some pretty big upgrades from the last van.
The thing is we absolutely loved our previous van. I mean, we were able to live in there comfortably for all this time, so not too many complaints about it, but there are things in this van that we can already tell are going to make our lives a lot easier and a lot more comfortable. We're not fully moved in yet. We literally just finished it like a couple days ago, so we've been slowly moving in and getting acclimated. So we're super excited to show you guys around. We're also super excited to be partnering with our friends over at Camping World on this project. A lot of the items you see in this build are from Camping World, so we'll link all of those in the description. All right, welcome in. So the first thing you'll see here is our shower. We went back and forth quite a bit to decide whether or not we wanted to do a shower, and we thought we might as well just try it. So we have a 2x3 shower pan from Camping World, and then we did some thin ceramic tile on the back wall. I really wanted to have a pop of color in here. And then to save on weight, we did some vinyl marble tiles on the side walls and the ceiling. And we also have our Nature's Head composting toilet in here. It is removable. We have showered in here quite a few times and we found that we don't really need to remove it, but we have the option if we want. And then we had a little bit of extra space on our roof, so we decided to do the Max Air dome fan just to get a little bit more ventilation in the shower, since we knew we'd be doing a lot of hot showers. One more thing I was super excited to incorporate into a new van was a full-length mirror. So we had this mirror custom made to fit this space. We had it made into 2 pieces so that we could have a little shelf in the center. That way I can set my makeup or skincare products down when I'm using the mirror. So we did something a little different with the countertops this time. These are solid surface countertops. This side has a built-in sink. This sink is a lot larger and deeper than our last sink, and it's been so nice. As for the kitchen area, I really wanted to keep this counter space open just to give us more area to prep food, to wash dishes, that kind of stuff. But we did decide to go with an induction cooktop in this van. We didn't want to do propane. We wanted to try something new. So originally we were going to mount it here, but trying to come up with some alternatives, and one day we had it in this drawer and we're like, this might be kind of cool. We could take it out and use it here, or we can just use it right here maybe. We haven't experimented with this too much, so time will tell, but we put it up on some little risers so that we can have a little bit of storage underneath, and then this still gives us some storage space around this area for utensils, forks, knives, that kind of stuff. And then below that we have 2 larger drawers for more kitchen storage. There's nothing in them right now, but since they're pretty deep, we plan to build some shelving just to be able to maximize space a little bit more.
And under the sink here we have our heating system. It's a hydronic heating system by Rixon's. It covers our hot water, our heated air, and then our heated floor. And we also have a little bit of extra storage down here for our cleaning supplies and whatnot, and 2 vents right here for the heater.
We're really happy with the way these cabinets turned out. Nate did a red oak veneer on these. We'd never done anything like that before, so we're really happy and proud of the way they turned out. Up here we just have some more storage. We'll do like ceramics and stuff. We also plan to build another shelf here, and then we'll probably store like food and stuff in that one. And then here we have 1 AC outlet. We have them on both sides actually, but these are pretty cool. They just sit flush with the wall, so it's kind of like a sleek look. We wanted to go really sleek and minimal in here. So for water filtration, we went with the Accuva water filter from Camping World. And it's pretty cool because we were able to find this 3-way faucet from ABI. It has the filtered water, the hot and cold water all in one. So it just helps to keep this area looking nice and clean. Then here we have our refrigerator. This was really easy. We just went with the same one we had in our other van because we loved it so much. It is the Vitri Frigo 115 liter refrigerator, and it also has a freezer compartment. It's a really decent size. We never have any issues having too many groceries. Everything fits in there really nicely, so that was an easy choice. So in addition to our induction cooktop, we also decided that we wanted to be able to make potatoes roasted.
And cookies.
And cookies and baked things. So we did a toaster oven. It's a Breville toaster oven, and we've used it quite a few times, and it's pretty awesome so far. We're loving it. Under the toaster oven, we have 2 more drawers. Not exactly sure what we're gonna put in those yet, but let's be honest, probably my clothes. So here we have my most favorite thing, probably in the whole van. Upon a push of one button here, it's a skincare toiletry pop-up shelf. So basically, Nate custom built this shelf for me based off of the size and shape of all my most favorite products and things that I use. I'm a girl, I do live in here full time, so I need some stuff, some beauty things. You know, I like to keep it nice, do my self-care and whatnot. So this is gonna make it really easy. And when we put this in, I was very happy and it sparked a lot of joy. It's just a nice use of space with the toaster oven, and it's on an actuator arm, so just pops right on up and down, takes just a few seconds, and so far it's been pretty cool. And we had our countertop guy cut out a nice little top for it, so it sits pretty flush there. Speaking of which, we have one more feature in our countertop that we thought was pretty cool that we kind of came up with last minute. So in our other van, the countertop comes out a little bit further, and I always really like that to make my matcha and do that kind of stuff with the sunshine. The lighting was always really nice. So in this, with our countertop being a little shorter, because we really wanted to optimize this space in the doorway, have it more open, I was losing out on some counter space, so we thought if we could put something that popped up, that would be cool, but we wanted it to be a little more sleek and low profile, so we had our countertop guy make us a little slide out countertop extension. So this is pretty cool, it just slides in and out super easily. That brings us to our next feature, which is this bench, which is actually removable, so we can move it around. We really wanted to keep this space in the doorway as open as possible, but wanted like a place to sit and enjoy the view. And then we just have a ton of storage in here, so we dedicated this to be Tonkin's area with all of his food, his toys, all of his stuff basically. And it's pretty cool because you can move it like so, and then pull this out and have a place to sit, work on the computer perhaps, eat lunch. And then it can also be used as a little footrest when we're sitting up in the front area.
This area is probably my new favorite area. Probably my favorite upgrade for this van. Pretty simple, a lot of people have it, but this is our first experience with it, and it really opens up the space. You got a nice place to hang out and kick back, you know, watch the views out here. Both of them are factory swivels. Obviously you got the shower right here, but it's still quite a bit of room this way. One more little light we added is actually right here in the cab. Just wired one of these puck lights in underneath the headliner, and dimmer switch right there. Comes off the 12-volt battery. Another nice little feature is this little step that we put in right here for the cab area. So it's a nice little footrest, and there's some storage here as well. Just kind of left these loose so they come off. Got some shoe storage in here. Tonkin's leash, we kind of anchor him inside there. There's also this one here in the middle. More shoe storage, and then there's actually a jack in the one at the end over there. And to keep this van well ventilated, we have a Max Air Deluxe fan right up here. We also have the dome fan for when we're using the shower and drying things. We've got a slider, half slider window in the back here. It's quite a bit bigger than ours in the last van, so it's a nice upgrade too. It's an AMA window. It's got a sliding screen on it too, super nice for Tonkin's. And Tonkin's also has his own little ventilation down there. We're pulling cool air from underneath the van through an inline duct fan, and it's blowing right into his crate, giving him fresh air.
So if you know anything about us, you know that our dog Tonkin's, he runs our life. So his comfort in this new van was a key factor in our layout, in the design, just basically of everything. So if you remember from our last van, we had to take our front passenger seat out to accommodate his crate. He really likes to ride in a safe and secure enclosed space. So we knew that we needed to build that for him in this van. So what we did was we dedicated this back area to Tonkin's clubhouse. So right under here is his area. So it's built out of 80/20. It has some supports all around it, so it's safe and secure. If we were to get in an accident, he'd be a little better off in there. And then that is also a big factor in our layout. So we really like the dinette setup. We like the low benches and being able to put the bed away during the day just to open up the space. But since we needed to make it a little taller, we did a half fixed fixed bed basically. So we made this back area just tall enough where he could stand up all the way. We did 2 lower benches here, and basically this piece pulls out to create a queen size bed. So we still get a good amount of open space here, and then during the day this is kind of like a day bed. So our original plan was to have upper cabinets on both sides, but as we got into the building process we realized that we weren't going to have a lot of space underneath for our heads when the bed is made, and we wanted to be able to sit up and be comfortable, not bang our heads on the cabinet. So we compromised and did a little open shelf. We thought it would be kind of fun, give us a little extra storage. We've got some like salt and pepper up here, some oil, some kitchen stuff, and then also add a little bit of decor. We do a lot of city camping and parking, so something we were really excited to incorporate into this van was a skylight. That way we can have some natural light coming in the morning while still keeping our windows blacked out with window covers. This is the Arctic turn skylight. It's really cool because it opens and closes just with the press of the button, and then it also has a bug screen, so you can keep it open, close the bug screen, and then it also has a shade so we can black it out if we want to. Another kind of last minute idea we had was to incorporate a table right here. So we built a little slide out. We can eat here, work on our computers here, and it just tucks away nicely right in there.
On the sides of these cabinets, we put some hardwood here. This is red oak for bed rails, basically for support when you pull the bed out. So those rest on here, and those are bolted into the 80/20 in the front and the back, so it's really solid. And then this is actually a heat activated computer fan that's going to extract some of the heat from the heating system that's in here, so it doesn't build up in the cabinet too much. We also have one on the other side. Then there's also a 120 volt outlet and a 12 volt outlet on either side as well, so you can plug your computer in or phone or whatever you need. I usually use these open just 12 volt sockets, and you can insert whatever you want to use. These ones have been really cool because they got the USB-C and USB-A. Underneath this bench is our water tank. Pretty simple. Got our tank level sensor right here. This is all right next to the wheel well. It's a big 40-gallon tank. It's pretty heavy, so we wanted to keep everything over the wheels. So you have 40 gallons of fresh water here, and then there's 20 gallons of gray water storage underneath. On the passenger side bench right here, lift this up, we got just our battery storage. Again, it's right over the wheel well. So there's 4 100 amp hour batteries here from Battleborn. Then we also have some room for more storage, hopefully some dirty laundry maybe, put a couple bins in there. So in addition to our overhead lighting, which we have the dimmer switch by the front door there, we have these additional 4 zones of lighting. This first one is for just the kitchen area. We want to do a little bit more task lighting over here. One for this upper shelf here, and we have 2 for the floor actually. So one is white light, or warm white, and then the other one is red. So use the red at night, it's kind of nice. So on this side of the van we have 3 overhead cabinets. First one is actually our main kind of control unit. We have breaker panels for 12 volt and 120, and then we have the Victron color control, so that'll give you access to the battery monitor and see where your power's going. Outlets, we got a couple 12 volt outlets in here. We have the Rixon's control unit with the thermostat and the heated floor, just an on-off switch for that. And then this is for our solar panel disconnect. This is just our router, mobile router, so we kind of got a little nice cute holder for it. We can keep it plugged in, and everything's nice and put away back here. And then this is kind of just open storage for charging computers. And this whole thing hinges down too, just on a couple drawer catches, and all the wiring and kind of fun stuff's back there if you ever need to access it. And we also put the fuse blocks for each of the 12 volt circuits back here as well. So that just kind of cleans it up nice, and you have access to everything right here.
And then these back 2 are where we're going to be storing the majority of our clothes. So this is like a lot less storage than we had in our other van. I had 3 of these and Nate had 2. Now we each have 1, so we're downsizing quite a bit, but they're still a pretty decent size. I don't have all my stuff in here yet, but we'll probably do maybe some shelving in here just to maximize the space as much as possible. We're definitely going to need to go a little more minimalist in this van.
Up on the roof we built a rack out of 80/20, and we were able to mount our solar panel to it. It's a single 400 watt panel by Solaria. That takes up a good amount of space up there, but it fits the roof nicely. And then we're able to also add kind of a deck around it too, so we can hang out up there and get some matcha pours. So that 400 watt panel runs down into our electrical system under the bed. And in there we have all Victron products for our inverter charger, solar charge controller, and our DC to DC chargers. And we also have the Lynx distribution system, ties the batteries into a battery monitor and DC distribution into one unit. The main components and wiring of our electrical system can all be viewed through this plexiglass here, and it could also be accessed by dropping down the door. It's just being held on by a door catch. So you can pull the whole thing down and get access to anything you need in there.
All right, so we don't have a whole lot going on in this back area since we did the raised bed for Tonkin's crate underneath, but with the little amount of space we had left, we made some yoga mat holders in our other van. We always put them here and they'd always fall out when we open the doors, so we really wanted to have a dedicated space for them, so that's these two. And then here we have just like a little open cubby that we're gonna have like our Dyson vacuum and just some like garage type stuff. And then here we have a little hose off station or an outdoor shower, so we can wash Tonkins, wash our feet, stuff like that. This thing's pretty cool. Just sits right in there. Over on this side we have a fan. This ventilates our electrical system. We have our shore power breaker and an AC outlet. And then we also installed some sliding curtain tracks so we can close up and get privacy quick if we want to. We really like having these in our last van, so we did that as well. And then it took us a really long time to make this. Pretty much bought a bunch of these long alder half round sticks, cut them down, sealed them, and attached them to make this kind of cool little thing here.
So thanks for watching the tour. We hope you liked it.
We're super excited to get in here and start our new lives in our new home, and we're gonna make a little move-in video so you guys can check that out. That's coming up next.